Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and welcome to Red Sky Bay, the jewel of the Hermitcraft server, the diamond of the Hermitcraft 5 server. If you were going to spell 5 with a V, it would all be pointing toward me accelerating into this bay, coming to say, whoa, there's no way that this place could be the diamond of the Hermitcraft server, and yet I might find myself so diamond poor. Look at this. How many diamonds do I have in my inventory? None. You know what? I went through all these buildings, all these chests, no diamonds. In fact, I went looking for diamonds off camera, and I even lost an entire diamond pick with mending on it in a terrifying creeper combination skeleton zombie spider attack. Turns out you go wandering around unfamiliar caves, sometimes instead of finding diamonds, you find your untimely demise. Now, the thing about untimely demises is you don't want to have many of those. So, what I have decided to do was to, stop wandering around crazy caves and just start digging, mine shafts and stuff in and around, where my base little area is here. So, after exploring all over the place and going really far and dying and losing stuff, I was like, fine, I'm just going to turn the other direction and start digging. And then look what I found. Boom, immediately, a bunch of diamonds. Now, unfortunately, I don't actually have any fortune pickaxes, which made me think maybe I need to go become more fortunate before I harvest these. Now, there's a few ways we can become like fortune cookies, and one of them is to fold up on ourselves and become deep fried with the knowledge of our friends' achievements. So I was thinking, which of my friends has achieved something that would allow me to infortunate something? Well, Cubfan's got that trading area. Maybe I should go to the trading area. Now, I know that I've gone to Cubfan's place a lot this season, but everything old is new again, literally, because all of the old tunnels have basically been replaced by new tunnels. And I have no idea what Cubfan's new tunnel looks like, so I want to actually record my Pilgrim's Progress. Or Pauper's Progress. I don't know, what do you call a pilgrim with no diamonds? Probably just a pilgrim, because diamonds weren't really popularized as a sign of, pilgrimage at the time. They actually preferred buckled hats. And I'm not the kind of person who's going to walk around with a buckled hat made of diamonds. I feel like that might actually come into vogue. Okay, you know what? If you guys are watching this right now, set your calendars for 5 years from now, because I would be willing to bet you that there would be diamond-covered buckled hats in 2022, 2023? Yeah. Let's say Thanksgiving 2023, be on the lookout for diamond buckled hats. Whoa, this really is a new cave. So there's Mumbo's area. He's got that pretty much the way he had it. Now, he wanted this to be a flyway. So let's see if I can actually fly through this successfully. Whoa. Life is a flyway. I'm gonna accelerate all day long. Whoa. Dang it. Is that like a challenge point or something? What purpose does this serve other than just blocking the path? Thanks, Cub. Anyway, this is definitely a lot more pleasant than the strolls we used to take through the Nether on our way to Cubfan's base. Let's go ahead and turn off that. Oh, wait. It's actually, that other thing was preparing us for slamming into this, because we are gonna, this door is a little bit weird, but it is traversable. So, let's go ahead and wander our way over to Cubfan's little trading village, and hopefully we can find something to trade for something to make us more fortunate. Time skip! Cubfan's base is verdant and lush as ever, and I gotta say, I admire his colorful endeavors to ever improve everything around. I might have a bay, but this is pretty sound. Oh, I haven't even noticed this ravine before. Man. You know what I should have done? I should have just built my castle next to an existing Minecraft ravine and saved myself the trouble of dynamiting it all out. That's a learning note for another day. But anyway, what were we going to do? We were going to go get more diamonds so we can make more diamond shovels and diamond pickaxes and get that ravine completely, what would you call it? Entrenched? Excavated? I feel like there's a better word for that. All we need to do is find the entrance to this building. I feel like it's probably on the other side. So what if we just hop up here, though? Is there like a back entrance? No. Dang it. Cubfan. I'm sure that in the real world, per the fire code, there would have to be 2 doors to this. But I admit that this is not the real world, and so we have slightly different standards. Anyway, let's go on in and gather the materials we need. Time skip. Well, wowie woo, this was an informative time skip. I learned a lot about what you can do in this area to like trade with all these guys, to get them to give you new trades and stuff. But you know, the biggest thing I learned, well, for one thing, I learned I could take off all this mending stuff I have, and then start fixing this mending pickaxe while I'm here with Fortune 3. This went from 70 to 754 durability. Not bad. I also realized, like, oh, you know, I'm going through all this troubles to make a new diamond shovel. Well, why don't I take this mending book and just put it on my existing diamond shovel, right? So we got our diamond shovel. We got our mending book. 3 levels. I think we can afford it. Boom. Okay. So, you know, this doesn't solve all of our problems forever, but it does solve several of them, including but not limited to the fact that we needed a ton of bookshelves for our castle. I realized I can just run around here, be like, hey there, fella, how many carrots would you like to eat today? And he would be like, many emeralds worth, good sir. And then I would take those many emeralds, like next door here to this guy, and be like, 1 bookshelf, please. This guy's like, I'm going to charge you 1 more emerald than the other guys. That's fine. This is exemplary. But anyway, 52 bookshelves. We don't even have an enchanting station at our base yet because, like, leather has just been so inconvenient to get on this server. But now we have created a reality where leather is, like, infinite. I can get all of the books I need from this trading station. So thank you to Cub for allowing me to come by here and to use this. I'm going to go ahead and fly back to my base via the magic of his crazy tunnel, which is way better, also, I just had to say, than the old tunnel. Like, because the old tunnel wasn't even a tunnel. Like, it was just like a ledge that you walk on while ghasts shoot at you. Whereas this new system, like, vastly preferable. Also, I gotta jump and hit this at the same time. Vastly preferable. You hear that? That's the joy of preference. And a ghast. I do hear the ghast. Can I make it through there this time? Whoa, perfect, landed. I really don't understand why he set that up. What purpose does that thing serve, other than just making it harder to fly to his base? But anyway, whoa. Well, that's a new one. Let's go get all my stuff and hope that his magic door... Dang it. Flew into the magic door at the end of Cubfan's, what do you call it? Elytra tunnel. Dang it. Let's go get literally all of our stuff back. Alright, so we are back at Cubfan and Mumbo's little junction here. And, oh, that's not a magic door that you can fly through. That was part of the problem. Apparently it's just a wall made of sand. Okay, well, good, because I didn't want to lose all of this new stuff that I went through all this effort to obtain. You know, that would have been a bit embarrassing. Well, I gotta say, I am surely glad that Cubfan did not have any fire set up next to that little door thing, because that could have been, like, incendiarily bad. Luckily, I was able to recover everything, and I'm gonna go through the portal now, and we can hit those diamonds and see what we get. I mean, it's funny, we actually don't need them as badly as I thought we needed them, because we actually have a mending shovel now, so now we can go get all the sand and TNT we need, but I don't know. It's just nice to not, you know, have all of the diamonds ever in your possession all the time. You know, having a few extra, so if I die somewhere, like in a massive TNT explosion that destroys all my stuff, you know, that's just reassuring. So, making sure 100% Fortune 3 shovel. Boom. Okay, how many do you guys think that is? Let's find out. This is 4, 7, 13 diamonds. Not a bad haul. You know what, while we're here, let's grab some redstone too, for good luck. And, yeah, 31 redstone. I'll take it. Just goes to show, sometimes you don't have to dig too far from home in order to find what you're really looking for. So, where were we? Oh yeah, on our way to go gather a ludicrous amount of sand. Time skip. The sun is high overhead, and the desert is oppressive. But you know what? There's nothing like impressing an oppressive desert. with a shovel of your own magical improvement. So I'm just going to come through here, wielding this shovel, and with a song in my heart, and I don't know, diamond spade in my hand, I'm just going to slowly erode this deserted land. I don't know. Enjoy your colossal wreck, desert. But that's what you get. So anyway, this is just mostly going to be me doing this off camera, I figure. However, I did think of a few things that could make this more efficient. So I thought I'd share those with you, just as I lead into this. For one thing, I realized if TNT takes up a lot less space. Like a TNT block is made up of 9 other blocks. So what if I came in here and I said, oh, little beautiful desert pond, what if I enrich you with a workbench? And then I throw this garbage in this pond. Well, that will let me take these 9 stacks and turn them into 1 stack of TNT. And you'll notice I somehow did that to precisely get 1 stack of TNT. So I can literally not do that again for the whole rest of the trip because I don't have any more gunpowder with me. Clearly I didn't understand how much to bring. Core concept though, let's grab some extra sand while we're here. Then make more TNT and blow up some more trenches back at home. Time skip. Having safely recovered all that sand, I've gone to quick work putting this TNT straight into the ground here. Now, I was thinking like what I should do is chug this potion of speed and run across a bunch of pressure plates to activate it. We have over a stack of TNT in the ground right here. This is going to really cut deeply, I think, into this trench. Each of these plugs of TNT is about 3 deep, and they go from 3 to 2 wide. Now, the way I traditionally do this is I start placing the pressure plates working backwards, so I'm unlikely to accidentally step on them while I'm in the process here. Even so, I'm going to get out some ender pearls and chug a speed potion. Just in case something goes really badly, I want to be able to get away as quick as possible. Because I spent like 20 minutes, no, spent like an hour earlier today getting all new gear at Cubfan Space, and I don't want to mess that up. So, here we go. We're going to place our first pressure plate right there. Our potion is going to last another, minutes? Okay, great. So let's just run straight across all these pressure plates. And then we are just going to fly. Boom. There we go. Boom goes the dynamite, as they say. This is just way simpler than digging all this out. That would have been a pain, and it wouldn't have looked as organic either. Yeah, I got to come through and get these floating blocks out of the way. But realistically, you look at this, and this seems like maybe it's a natural trench. It doesn't look like somebody came in here with a protractor and a compass and prescribed specific angles of, I was going to say ablution, but that's definitely not the right word. But anyway, clearly this is a good way to make a trench. And I'm just going to hack away a little bit at this. I guess I had the TNT too far away from these parts here. Had too much of a gap in between them, so it left these kind of natural kind of walls. Actually, they're not natural walls. They're unnatural walls. Away with you, lack of nature. Even though I keep saying, like, I want this to look organic, I actually want this to look like silicate? I don't know. The way stone would actually... Sedimentary. No, this isn't sedimentary stone. I want this to look the way a stonework would actually be kind of evolved or eroded over time. So we can just kind of get rid of these weird false walls here that separate these chambers. I do like the fact that we have gotten so much depth on some of these, and that it's cutting in back under the castle. Makes it kind of look more foreboding in some ways. Less safe. Which, vampire castle, should it look safe? Probably not. Should look terrifying. It should look like maybe I don't want to go over there. Is that trench protecting him from me? Or me from him? I don't know. Which is actually a really good question. Who does the trench protect? I don't know. Let's see. Cutting through here like butter. Knocking down one block, knocking down another. I didn't come here to pick and choose. I came here to pick and win, not pick and lose. So here we go. We've knocked out a few after running across the platforms and the triggers that lit the fuse. I guess those are technically called plates under pressure. But I'm not here to take any half measures to the problems. here to say words in some sort of sequence that will inevitably devolve into something that doesn't rhyme. It's just what happens. That's the Joe Hills difference. Welcome. Welcome. Okay. So yeah, I just like saying words while I mine blocks. I don't know if you haven't realized that 1,300 episodes into this series, that's a recurrent theme. You know, I thought Cubfan's base was pretty fancy earlier, but today I have come to Scar's base to get some gunpowder from his creeper farm, and apparently he's built the most incredible traffic light I've ever seen in Minecraft. It's so simple and elegant. And okay, that building back there is pretty impressive too. I didn't notice that because that's where the portal is. So I came out of that portal and couldn't appreciate the beauty of that building. But this traffic light is really neat too. Oh, and I can even press a button. Now it's safe to cross. It was actually already safe to cross. I don't think anybody was going to hit me with a vehicle. But you know what? I like to feel safe. Don't we all? Anyway, so where was I? Yeah, I need to get more gunpowder to make more TNT. But we're going to be looking for that. I think Scar said that was in the CDF building. Let me check what he said. Yes, the CDF building. So, oh man, there's a helicopter landing on the roof. Scar's base has gotten really fancy. This is ludicrous. Wow. And there's an ambulance or something down there too? Okay, well, regardless, I gotta figure out how the Cat Defense Force helicopter people actually get down into the building. Maybe I'm gonna take the front door. Yeah, let's just go ahead and... Whoa. Please glide gently to the ground. Okay. Oh, man, check this out. They've got, like, a cool door that I'm too short to see through. There's zombies because Scar never lights anything properly. Let's see, so... somewhere in this building, there's supposedly TNT. Whoa, gunpowder times 64 in all of these. Wow, Scar. Wow. That's a lot of TNT. I should have brought the sand with... Oh, I did. Okay, wait. Wait, this is a bad scenario. How many monsters are over there? I see a skeleton. I don't want to summon a bunch of other zombies by hitting this zombie. I see at least a creeper over there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take both of these shulker boxes right now, because this is not a safe area, and I don't want to break Scar's beautiful base. Then I'm going to go somewhere with a crafting bench that actually feels somewhat safer. Yeah, see, this area right here doesn't seem like it's full of monsters. This seems nice and well lit. So, from here, we'll go ahead and take the sand out of our shulker box, put a bunch of other garbage stuff back in, and then we'll make all the TNT we could possibly need to carry off with us. You know, before I start working on leveling out the whole rest of this trench here, I realized that there's this one protrusion right here I wanted to deal with, and I'm not really well equipped to do that the way that I've got, like, everything else set up, where I do those big trench runs. So instead what I did was I dug a pretty big shaft down through here. Dang it, you can't really see it too well. That's depressing. But anyway, there's a bunch of TNT down there. I figure if I put a pressure plate here, and then, like, just jump up there, that should be fine. Yeah, assuming everything works out okay. Yeah, that's about what I was hoping for. Excellent. So we'll just kind of go in there and claim that, and yeah, this is great, this is great. So as this is all becoming more and more level, it's going to get easier and easier for me to just do large areas of the trench at once. You know, I really think maybe 3 TNT is not enough. Like, that was like maybe 5 or 6, and it really felt like it just got lower. Like, right? This is lower than the other things by a lot. Yeah, I mean, and we have more TNT now. We know where to get all the sand we could ever need. We know where to get all the gunpowder we could ever need. Like, maybe we should just really start going for this. Because, like, I mean, you know, this stuff takes time. And, I don't know. Maybe it would take less time if we were more aggressive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 seems about right. You know, 11. That's a little bit more than 3. And 26. Okay, so then we'll do kind of a similar thing here, where we'll put a little cap on it. That should keep this from getting too nuts. And let's see, what's the best way? Probably we want to ender pearl up that way. Let's go ahead and eat some food real quick, so we're at full health before we ender pearl. So yeah, we've only used a full stack of TNT roughly in a very confined space. That's probably reasonable. So we're gonna have our ender pearls out right here so we can easily switch to them. Then we're just gonna go. Come on, come on. Whoa, shouldn't have jumped down there. Well, that part worked. It looks like the signal, the redstone signal, did not actually transmit all the way to the next part, but how low do we actually get down in here according to like Y levels and stuff? Looks like 48. Okay. So we're still like 48 blocks higher than I really want to be. Which is okay. But maybe that means we need 48 more TNT next time. I don't know. Now, I'm not a big fan of nighttime demolitions because we can get a lot more mobs and stuff going on here. But realistically, we can't just leave this here. This is going to be way too dangerous. A chicken's going to hit it or something. So we have to do the responsible thing and knock into this at night, which is going to seem really dangerous. But it is. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Yeah, that's got the makings of a trench. We can work with this. Let's go ahead and turn night into day and come revisit what we've got so far. Time skip. You know, in the process of coming down here to collect all the extra blocks that I dropped and avoid, you know, making the server super slow for Scar and False as they're online right now, I realized a few things. One, there's silverfish blocks over here, so I need to be careful to only use my Silk Touch pickaxe. Two, I seem to have stumbled into an actual, like, cave system here with, you know, potentially zombies and monsters. So we're going to want to have our torches out and run through and, oh, that guy's got armor and the other guy here wants to explode stuff. And I'm fine with you exploding this stuff because this all needs to explode, but, like, don't explode me, okay, man? Yeah, thank you. That's much better. You know, in retrospect, it probably would have been smart to get blast protection armor. So if this zombie has any, we might want to take that from him. Or not, he didn't drop anything. Okay, so we got this whole cave system down here. Can he get over to me? I don't think he can. Go down the hill. You too. Okay. Well, we're just gonna... Is that... Oh, let's go see what that is over there. Is that a dungeon, or is that just some diorite that looked cool? Dang it, diorite. Your visual tricks of the eye are not only deceptive, but deceitful. Anyway. Well, that's fine. We've just lit this up, so nothing will spawn over there. That's nice. And we can grab some free iron. You know, this pickaxe is not doing well, which for a mending pickaxe, maybe I should get that cleaned up. But, yeah, we're in no real hurry. Okay, let's go ahead, though, and get some more stuff blown up so that we can just have the trench that Castle Ravenloft deserves. Time skip. Well, we are back in this pit, and it's just kind of like, well, what are we going to do down here? I don't know. Let's just kind of throw enough TNT around that eventually, sooner or later, we'll have eroded everything we need. You know what? Actually, there's no way that follows the trench. That doesn't need to go that deep. This is clearly under the trench, though. So this clearly does need the TNT. We need TNT all up in here, as the kids would say. All along. We don't need it that way, I guess, because that way doesn't really go anywhere in terms of our trench building. So we're just going to kind of scattershot this throughout here and let it be set off via chain reactions. This should, in some ways, be more amusing than the alternatives. I'm not sure if it's actually a good idea, but that's what makes it a fun idea. And a big part of having fun is a lack of preparation for repercussions. So here's what we're going to do. So we've got this hole that I've dug that I'm going to fill with TNT. But first, I'm going to place some more TNT down here, kind of in general, just to have it, just to be ready, you know? Cannot overdo this. And let's see. We are just going to line ourselves up with... Where was that air shaft again? Oh yeah, there it is. This should be relatively straightforward. We'll just, you know, climb all the way up. And I kind of suspect it might be helpful if we occasionally just had, like, something like that. I don't know that. I haven't planned that, but, like, just thinking about it, it seems like maybe it's a good idea. So, you know, some people might be like, Joe, you could easily overdo this. You've got this castle that you spent months working on. Should you really have this much TNT underneath it? And I think the answer is sure, because it's underneath it. It's so far away from the actual castle, like it should be fine. So let's see. Now, we've got kind of these two mechanisms here that we are going to want to link up. But, okay. We're not going to link those up yet, because then they might detonate. We don't want to accidentally detonate something. That would be silly, right? Accidental detonation. That's terrible. We don't want that. So we're going to come in here, and let's start going down again. And eventually we'll kind of hit a comparable shaft, I imagine. We'll fill that with the TNT as well. And then we'll just be on our way. Oh, hey, where are we now? Is this about as low as we wanted to go? Unclear. We're going to set this TNT wire here to connect to this TNT wire here. We're going to have a pressure plate that also connects to these. Now, these might not all connect as well as you might think they should or would, but yeah, we're pretty close. This should be okay. So I figure I'm going to hit the pressure plate and then ender pearl up there. I'm even going to throw the ender pearl before. There we go. Look at that. Some of our redstone surprisingly survived. Let's go see the damage. Hey, there we go. Now that's what I call a trench. This is really come along. Oh, nice, nice, nice. So we can just kind of come in here and kind of clean out some of these interstitial kind of stalag will they won't theys. And you know, this is good. We can just have this go all the way down to there. Somehow we got a ton of experience from whatever that thing was. What was that thing? Also, it looks like we have random TNT that did not explode, which is a demolition's no-no. If you have any explosives left at the end of your demolition, you probably did something wrong. And also, it might kill you. So, we should be aware of that. The fact that that whole little tunnel down there did not seem to actually go off. That's a bad one. But yeah, this is nice. We'll just grab up all these blocks here so they're not slowing the server down for Scar, as a good neighbor would do. And let's go check out, what is that little pool of experience here? Oh, I guess all the coal when it blew up. So should we set this off to, like, that seems... Yeah, oh wow, there's a lot of this unexploded TNT here. Huh, I really didn't think that this would be capable of avoiding detonation. I just figured this was all going to go up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put 6 more of these right here, just to kind of centralize this and to make this more of a chain. And we will close out our episode with a much smaller scale explosion than we were experiencing earlier, but one that I think will still be worth appreciating. So we're going to get this to go over to here, and then make sure we have a clear view of the sky so that our ender pearl can get us away. Then we're going to jump on that. How far away did we get? Oh, good, that's probably about safe. Yeah, that'll about do it. Okay, we can clean this up a little bit more in future episodes, but on the whole, like, if you are trying to cross this drawbridge up here, and you're just like, oh, hey, is it really worth the effort to cross the drawbridge or whatever? Like, this feels much more like a 1,000-foot deep pit than what we had earlier. So I am really pleased with our progress. Also, we need to take some sand, fill in that. We need to harvest some more stuff to get rid of this. But this has been a ton of progress for one episode. So, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. And don't fall down there. Or leave unexploded ordnance at the end of a project.